It looks to be another rough day for retirement funds as stock markets around the world plunge. A first look this morning as the U.S. stock market opens. The volatility with the stock market is affecting mortgage rates. Our real estate expert joins us with the impacts to the housing market. But first, residents living within half a mile of an oil and gas facility in Weld County have been evacuated. A look at the containment issue happening right now. And we start with that breaking news out of Gailton, just northeast of Greeley. Weld County says that evacuees will stay at a hotel in Greeley.
9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is on scene right now. Brianna, some more crews just arrived on scene?
Yeah, so actually those crews that are coming here and parking here outside of the fire department are with Silver Line Services. And I did a quick Google search and it looks like they provide services for oil and gas. So it's unclear if they're related to that, but they were all parked out here outside of the fire department. So Sky 9 right now is giving us a look up above from that facility right now. So you're taking a live look from Sky 9. So we know that this all took place along County Road 74. So we know just before 6 last night, the fire department was made aware of an incident at an oil and gas facility. So as a precaution, those who live in a half-a-mile radius of County Road 72 and 51 were asked to evacuate. Gailton Elementary will be closed this morning as the school is located at the edge of that evacuation zone. The school district said the closure is due to, quote, containment issues at a nearby oil and gas facility. There's also a ton of road closures in place so officials can access these areas. Several agencies are also assisting on site. So we have Colorado State Patrol, Weld County deputies, Public Works, and Greeley Fire Hazmat. Take a listen.
We have everyone out of, and then there are roads closed around the evacuation area. That's to make sure that crews can get in and out unhindered. Locals, if they need to, as long as they're not in the evacuation area, can still access their roads. But we just want to make sure everyone stays safe while we figure out what's going on with the situation.
So right now, what you're taking a live look is of County Road 74, where I'm currently at, right outside of the fire station. Right behind this truck, this oversized truck, there is a road closed sign. So what we are trying to figure out exactly is what this incident is. We asked the fire department early this morning, right around 5 a.m. is when I got a response from the fire department, and they said right now that that's all the information that they can give us, what they said yesterday just before 6 p.m. We're asking also how many residents were evacuated, when those residents are able to come back. Still a lot of questions this morning, not a lot of answers. So of course, once we get a little bit more updates, we'll keep you updated both on air as well as online. For now, I'm live here in Weld County. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. 7:03 right now. Let's give you a live look outside. This is from the boss's office here outside the 9 News studios. As you can see, all is calm right now as we get ready for a week, ushering in much warmer temperatures than what we experienced last week.
Yeah, we'll take it. Let's send it on over to Weather Impact meteorologist Keely Chalmers. Keely, you're starting our Monday off with some good news.
Oh yeah, we've got beautiful weather. Temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 60s this afternoon. Nothing but sunshine. In fact, we are headed toward a potential record-breaking heat this weekend, so quite a different weekend from this past one. Gorgeous shot from our Eisenhower-Johnson tunnels. We've got blue skies up in the high country. Certainly a chilly start to your Monday. 34 degrees at DIA right now. Winds out of the south-southwest, right around 10 miles per hour. Taking a live look at our radar. Again, quiet, not too much happening. We've got ridge of high pressure dominating our weather pattern, and so really we're going to be in the clear for the next several days. A few more clouds moving in tomorrow. We do have a weak system dropping in from the north, but that's about it. As for precipitation, really just up across the northern mountains tomorrow into Wednesday. Mostly sunny for today. 68 degrees our forecast high. Forecast your hour by hour. We are looking very clear, very sunny, and very warm. That tops a look at our weather headlines for today. Sunshine through the week, and the weekend, potentially record-breaking heat. We'll talk more about that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you. It is 7:05 and we want to show you what the drive looks like. Live look from CDOT right now. 270 and Vasquez. We've got eastbound lanes traveling toward us, westbound traveling away from us. Westbound lanes have been a little bit slower. Southbound 225, though, one of the slower spots of the morning here at Yosemite Street for folks traveling from about Parker Road toward I-25 is where things are going to be a little bit more congested. Let's take you over over to our map this morning and show you what things are looking like. Still a whole lot of green on our map, so we love to see that. Relatively quiet Monday morning drive. Either side of 270 through Commerce City slowing a bit. We do have southbound I-25 delays crossing over I-70 headed down towards 6th Avenue. We're dealing with about an 8-minute slowdown on westbound I-70 for your drive between E470 and 76. And then southbound 225, like I mentioned, 7-minute slowdown between Parker Road and I-25.
Erica, thank you so much. This morning, a bill aimed to limit grocery stores from selling hard liquor is on Democratic Governor Jared Polis's desk, awaiting his signature. The legislature passed Senate Bill 33 last week. It stops the state from issuing any new permits known as liquor licensed drugstores. Grocery stores like King Soopers and Costco, which have pharmacies on site, have been able to claim those to sell hard liquor. Independent liquor stores say that, on top of the voter approval of wine sales in grocery stores in 2022, has slowed their sales. As they push for Polis to sign the bill, the grocery store industry is asking him to veto it.
We don't tell Domino's to not sell sandwiches to compete with other sandwich stores. I think the current system has been working.
The current market is not working. We have liquor stores that are on the fringe of going out of business every single day. There are people waiting for their leases to run out and then they're done.
As of this morning, it's not clear where the governor stands on this bill.
New this morning, legislation to bring down costs and prohibit price gouging on essential goods has passed the Senate. The bill would prohibit companies from the increasing price of necessities like fuel, food, and medical supplies by more than 10% anytime the governor has issued a disaster declaration. The governor can do that during natural disasters, pandemics, war, or in times of market disruption. The bill now heads back to the House for consideration of amendments.
Taking a live look at the big board this morning, we see lots of red. The Dow Jones down by more than 900 points. The S&P 500 down by about 130 points. And the NASDAQ down by about 485. Early losses were reported around the world as the stock market opened today. Asia falling overnight, with Hong Kong tumbling 13%, while Europe is down more than 5% across the board. A universal 10% tariff on all imports is now in effect after starting on Saturday. This Wednesday, additional duties on products from dozens of countries are set to start. President Donald Trump says he only wants to make deals with countries that close trade deficits with the U.S. He insists tariffs will be good for Americans in the end, though most mainstream economists say they'll lead to higher prices.
New this morning, the United States has blocked imports of sea salt products from a major South Korean salt farm accused of using slave labor. The U.S. is the first trade partner to take punitive action against a decades-long problem on salt farms in remote islands off South Korea's southwest coast. The farm produces about 16,000 tons of salt annually, which accounts for approximately 6% of the country's total output. South Korea's foreign ministry said relevant government agencies have been taking steps to address labor practices since 2021 and plans to review the necessary measures to seek the lifting of the U.S. order.
This morning, the clock is ticking for the Trump administration after they deported a man from Maryland to a prison in El Salvador by mistake. A federal judge is directing the federal government to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the U.S. by tonight. The Trump administration appealed the order, but in a filing on Sunday, the judge further laid out her reasoning and wrote her order, quote, remains in full force and effect. The Trump administration has admitted that Abrego Garcia was deported by mistake.
New this morning, 2 U.S. border inspectors in Southern California have been charged with taking bribes to wave in people without documents. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers were assigned to immigration inspection booths at the San Isidro port of entry. They were charged, after investigators found phone evidence showing that they had exchanged messages with human traffickers in Mexico and discovered unexplained cash deposits into their bank accounts. There have been 5 U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers assigned to the San Diego area to face similar corruption charges in the last 2 years.